So I came across the Brilliant Club in a PGR workshop that they ran at my university, and I thought that the charity's mission aligns with some of my personal experiences. So I was a first generation student myself, actually really didn't want to go to uni. It took me a whole other year to go. I hated my first year, and it wasn't until my second year when I had a kind of eureka moment. I was like, oh no, I actually like this. And yet here I am in my 8th or 9th year of studying French. So after the workshop, I got in touch with the person who ran it about doing a potential internship there. So my PhD is on discursive approaches to language policy promoting French in Lebanon, which is obviously really quite niche, as a lot of PhDs are. But I found a lot of the skills I'd been using in my PhD were applicable to the role at the Brilliant Club. So I was particularly looking at policy analysis, and during my internship there were 3 big moments for UK education policy. So we had the Labour Party conference, the government white paper on post-16 skills in education, and the curriculum and assessment review. And I was able to use some of those same discourse analysis techniques that I've been kind of honing in over the past few years and apply them to these policy papers. And what was really nice was being able to just do it and not having to think and write loads about why I'm doing it and how I'm doing it, and just knowing that your colleagues trust your methods and approaches. So I think the most rewarding part of the internship was when some of the handouts I worked on, celebrating 2 of the projects that the Brilliant Club had ran, ended up at Westminster as part of an event run by the Fair Access Coalition. And yeah, that was just really nice because the Brilliant Club's a small charity, but when you get that opportunity to kind of zoom out, you can see how the work it does can actually impact UK policy and politics. So, as I already mentioned, I was using some of my research skills as part of the policy analysis. But I think I also really developed my design skills during my internship, which is probably something I've been sidelining a bit during my PhD. But those skills will definitely help me when I bring them forward into teaching or really any kind of knowledge exchange I do over the next few years. I think the most important skill I've learned is kind of confidence not just in my abilities, but in my ability to articulate the transferable skills from my PhD into the world of work. Yeah, I think I'd really encourage any PhD student to look into internships with the Brilliant Club. This is kind of my first non-customer service role in the UK, and I think the charity is a bit of a microcosm of how a good organisation should work and should function. They have a great DEI team, and the work culture was really nice. I was never made to feel like I was speaking above my station, even though I was just an intern there for 3 months. And I felt like my skills and experiences were really valued.